Have you ever heard the saying of progress is more important than the destination? Well, that quote, that saying is absolutely true, in my opinion. Well, progress is something that is your journey basically. I can learn from my mistakes on my journey, and then the destination is just a place. Destination is like a goal that I have achieved something, and then it gives me the motivation to work harder and also lead the path for another journey ahead to achieve that goal. So the goal is the destination, and the progress is the progress, your journey, my journey of learning on that. And why is it important? Well, the progress is more important than the destination because I can learn from the challenges again, improve on my mistakes. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my progress week 72. And just like every week, I'm going to talk about 5 main parts. Just the self-reflection over the past week and what is left for us to do next week. Firstly, what have I learned? I have learned about rational and irrational and also real numbers. So those are some of the new concepts that I have learned and did them in the DE3 last week. The next thing that I learned is the importance of discipline. Now, the importance of discipline. I have learned about the importance of discipline in my everyday life as a healthcare worker and as a student. Nextly, I will talk about the goals that I've set for myself. Now, the goals that I've set for myself this week is firstly, sending in instruction, then make the DE1 friendly, like I've said, with using a quote or a saying, and make the meeting interesting as well. Now, during the meeting, there aren't any activities, no certain activities that will make the meeting interesting, and I feel that as a leader, I must take some steps to make the meeting more intriguing, fascinating for the members to be more engaged in, rather than just telling them to be more engaged. So I have to change my way of my approach to certain things. Next. Thirdly is the improvements that I have made. The improvements that I have made is sending in the feedback on time on Thursday. I have achieved that goal, making the writing better, and also do the work independently. Do the DE3 work independently. I haven't had any help from my parents, but I just did it on my own. So those are the goals and the improvements that I have made for myself. Next one is the discussion in the meeting. So there are 2 main parts, 2 main discussion areas in the meeting, which is math and healthcare and the main work. Now, for the math and healthcare, me and Kennedy went over the DE3. We reviewed about the problems in the DE3, as well as the practical meaning of LCM, how to identify what concept, especially the LCM, which is least common multiple, in a math problem, like set A and set B flash at this second and that second, and then the key takeaway is when will they flash together, or after some time, what time will they flash together again. So that is what we discussed in math. Moreover, we gave each other insights for improvements, what we think that could improve on our members' work and for ourselves as well. For the discussion of the main work, we went over, of course, the ways to the main topic, which is the ways to discipline ourselves, with some real-life examples that we implemented into ourselves on our daily life. Like for Kennedy, she is still a child, she's still childish, and she wants to play. So of course, I gave the example of she's playing and she's studying, for example, and her friends, her neighbors are playing outside with their laughter. What are the ways that she can self-discipline herself so that she can focus on her studying and then she can go play? finish her studies and go play. So those are the examples of self-discipline. Lastly, we went over the topic of designing the certificate. So for each member of our group, of the Path Learning group, we will have a certain certificate for our achievements in the group, and I've given some information on the things that we need to design, like the paragraph. We need to write down the paragraph, send it into the group so that we can give each other suggestions. And yeah, those are the things that we did that we discussed in the meeting. Last but not least, the works next week. As always, the DE1 Progress Week 72, DE2 and main video will be on communication, still on the 12 weeks plan. The DE3 is on the number theory part 5, and this is the last DE3 on the number theory. Next week, we are going to move on to another one, but this week we're going to focus the last week of number theory part 5. So that is all that I have to say for my DE1 this week. Thank you for listening to my video and hope to see you again. Bye!